Ugh, here we go again.
I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet.
Mm, we're doing this again. Hi, Anna. My stupid Instagram is doing this again. This only happens to me at the 8:30 hour, and I don't get it why it does that. Good morning. Uh, Will be a few minutes while I try to get on Instagram. Ugh, drives me crazy. How are you though? Happy Friday. Ooh. No, let me turn that off. Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to tell anymore with the cold and allergies. I was feeling like I was getting a cold too, and I feel okay this morning, but it's wild. Come on, Instagram. You got to be kidding me. Mm. Why does it do this to me? I know it's got to be some sort of software glitch, but I haven't heard anybody else having this problem. Come on. Maybe my finger needs to be hotter. Nope. So if you're just joining on TikTok, I'll be officially starting in a couple minutes. I'm trying to get myself live on Instagram, but Instagram is not responding to any of my button pushes. So I'm going to give it a few more tries because that's what I'm doing. We'll probably get started around 8:33. But we're going to talk about this weekend's full moon energy and also do some card pulls for you guys to get you some messages for the weekend and go from there. Good morning, Tiffany. Hi, Jennifer. Guys, send some juju to my phone so that it will go on Instagram. This drives me crazy. Please. Ah. Should I smudge it? Let's see. Hi, Danny. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Nicole. Hey, Crystal. Let's try. Let me smudge my phone and see if that helps. It's really kind of being a little bitch this morning. Oh my God, it's coming. It's working. Okay. So there we go. Whew. Well, that's always fun. First thing in the morning. I'm on Instagram now. If that's your preferred place of watching, you can jump back over there. Sorry, guys. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Hey, Claudia. Hi, Krista. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Crystal. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, guys. I know you were like, you know what's happening when I'm late. I'm just sitting over here tapping on my phone. Hi, good morning. Hi, Nara. Hi, Emma. Hi, Lisa. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Ricky. Hey, Megan. Good morning. Stupid Instagram. Hi, Arlene. All right. So, whew, that was super annoying. A great way to start a Friday. All right. So, how's everybody doing? I hear some people feel like they have colds. How were our dreams last night? Tell me all the things. Good morning. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Ugh, I'm just gonna like take a few sips of this to calm my nervous system down. It's super annoying. All right. No sleep. Okay. Okay. Snakes, and more snakes. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about that. General consensus is that no one has really super enjoyed the energy this week. So I can concur. However, let's also look at what we got done this week in this energy. You might not be able to see it right now, but the way that this week has gone has really reshuffled a lot of things and moved blocks. So yes, was it kind of shitty for a lot of us? Yes. Was it shitty for everybody? No, absolutely not. And so let's look at the places where you have moved blocks, because that's a good shifting point and really brings us in to the full moon energy this weekend as well. So where have the roadblocks moved, shifted, or have you identified them? Because I'm pretty sure that if you take a moment and look at that, you'll be able to really see it. All right. So that's a big one. Now we are heading into like yet another really intense full moon. You're probably feeling it already. Um, because why not? Let's just feel all the feels. But we're in the shadow of Mercury retrograde. We're moving into the full moon. We're in it kind of already. And on top of that, this is the last weekend of Virgo season. And I'm already feeling Libra energy, which I'll be honest is not my favorite. And it's important to look at the energies that are not your favorite, because those are usually the ones that are going to give you the biggest growth. Okay. I have somebody here asking about dreaming about frogs. And I will say that if you have had frogs in your dreams, we get the frog card often here, and we actually got it yesterday during an impromptu card pull. Frog is all about clearing out emotional and physical clutter. So literally clearing your space and clearing your energy, clearing your emotions. It's all about clearing house. And this is a weekend, as it is the last weekend of Virgo season, to take a minute and do just that if you haven't already, or maybe if you feel like doing it again. Clear your stuff. Clear your decks, because what's going to continue happening through the rest of this year, but exponentially, is that we are going to get more and more energy. And as more and more new energy comes in, if you have old energy that's just gumming up the works, you're not going to feel very good. It's going to continue making you feel pretty bad. So don't do that. Let go of all the stuff, release it. This morning, is a little weird. So let's just feel into that for a second. Okay. I have to read for you that card again that we had yesterday and the day before. Yes, of course. Of course it is. It's the trickster. I don't know why this keeps coming up, but it does keep coming up. The trickster was pulled, I think, for the first time on Monday. No, Friday, Wednesday? I don't know. One of these days. And then Thursday, we had to read it again. And I'm supposed to read it to you again now. So are you guys ready? This is the Trickster card. It's number 19 from the Fairy Forest deck. So weird. Never do that. Let me be a reminder to be true to yourself, to your own personal truth, to the code within your soul. Truly, at this time, it is essential for you to let your conscience be your guide and to live according to your own creed with open eyes. Do not fool yourself into believing another person's vision and ideas are more important than your own. Question agendas and be aware of people's history. For at this time, there is one about you who is tempting to persuade you to their cause, to join them in what they see as a great task, but which in truth is simply a harnessing of your power to their agenda, which is not for your highest good. All tricksters are charming and know exactly what to say to persuade you, but this is mere language. Their deeds will not match their words, and what you are agreeing to by joining with them will be a loss of your own personal dreams for the furthering of theirs. If you allow yourself to be coerced, cajoled, and manipulated at this time, it will weigh heavily on your very soul. Be more wary than is natural for you at this time. Do not betray yourself or ignore the warning signs, which are all about you. Do not foolishly give away your power, but exercise it and weave a future that is truly the one you wish to create, one which will provide you with honor, plenty, and the satisfaction of having been true to yourself. Okay, so there we go. We've read it again. That is the Trickster card, and it is coming through super loud and clear this week. So we'll just put this over here for now. Full moon time is typically a wonderful time for releasing. And it's a great time today to just kind of look back at your new moon energy. And if you did the ritual with me, to look back on the words that you put into your soil, to really feel them, maybe write them a few times so you can kind of get in touch with that again and really stay true to that. Because as we move into our full moon ritual on Sunday night, we are going to be using that to release what's not that, if that makes sense. It'll make sense when we're together, but it's important for you to touch base with those things again, okay? Reminder, our full moon call is Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday, 6 p.m. Okay. The Intuition Magic Workshop is full, and we start on Tuesday. So those of you who are joining me for that, I'm so excited to get started. If you wanted to join, but this wasn't the right time for you, you can still apply. That's fine. Apply anytime you want, because I will be running it again. I don't have the dates yet, but I will be running the 6-week workshop again at some point after this one. So you can absolutely apply so that you're already in there, and that link is in my bio, okay? And if you would like to join us, register as a BFF, and you will get all that card pulls, because I just really dogs, because I promised yesterday that we would. So I'm going to give you 3 different kind of dogs. You're going to choose whichever dog feels most resonant with you in this moment, or maybe it's 2 dogs or 3 dogs, whatever you want. And then drop your selection into the comments, and I will be doing card pulls to give you your message for the weekend, okay? So, you ready? Here are the dogs. We're going to go with a pug, an Irish wolfhound, and a dachshund. Pug, Irish wolfhound, dachshund. What are you feeling this morning? Go ahead, drop it in the comments, and I will start shuffling. I pick Irish wolfhound too. Ooh, everyone's like feeling the Irish wolfhound. Ooh, not everybody, but a lot of you. I love dogs too. It's hard to choose one. All right, I'm going to be pulling from the Wisdom of Avalon deck by Colette Baron Reed. Again, if you're just joining us, we're going to be starting our sensory card pulls. So to get a message for you, we are choosing from 3 different dogs. You're choosing from a pug, an Irish Wolfhound, or Dachshund. Okay? Pug, Irish Wolfhound, or Dachshund. And just drop whichever one you're feeling, or 2 or 3, whatever, in the comments. And if you're choosing a dog that I'm not saying, I love pit bulls, but that's not going to help you for our exercise today because I'm only pulling for those 3 dogs. So choose from one of the dogs that I said, because otherwise you're not gonna know which card pulls for you. Okay. All right. I'm gonna shuffle this a lot. So I'm picking Irish Wolfhound for myself. Again, your selections are pug, Irish Wolfhound, and Dachshund. Okay. Pug, Irish Wolfhound, and Dachshund. Pop that in the comments. Pop your choice in the comments, and I'm a shuffling. All right, you ready? So the first one is going to be for you guys who picked pug. Again, if you're just joining us, we're about to do the sensory card pulls. Your choices are pug, Irish Wolfhound, and Dachshund. Just take a sip of this too. All right, let's do this. All right, pug people. Okay, so if you chose pug, this is your story for today. And again, if you didn't choose pug, but this resonates for you, you can listen to the message too. That's fine. All right. So you have the swan, you have the risk card, and you have the bee. So here's your story today. If you chose pug, likely you've been in a time of like, this is pretty obvious, but it's a time of rapid spiritual awakening for you. But even more so than that, it's like you've been coming into your own. You've been coming into who you are, and it feels good, but it also feels scary. It feels like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all of this. I feel new to a lot of things, and I can't seem to, it's like you're in that middle between space where you can't seem to reach back to the person you were, but you can still kind of feel it. And whatever you're becoming isn't clear. So you're in that liminal space, and there's a feeling of uncomfortability with the newness of everything that's happening with you. And sometimes it's overwhelming too. The risk card is here because you already took the risk. You already did it. And this is reminding you that you're in the place after you took the risk. So you took the risk. Here you are in the space after that. And you're wondering what's about to happen. And the bee's telling you that good things are about to happen. Because when the bee comes through, this is a good luck card. This is the card that says it's going to be great. It's going to work out. There's going to be victory. And it's going to be super sweet. Okay. But also, it's reminding you about teamwork. It's reminding you about staying true to your vision. So as you move through the space after the risk taking, because that's where you are, I keep having to say that for some reason, you're after the risk taking. In that space, all you need to do is be true to your vision. Okay? Be true to your vision. Stay steady with that because you already did the big hard thing. And it's possible that like after you do the big hard thing, you're kind of like, you can't believe you did it because you've talked it up so much and made it so scary that it feels like that couldn't have been it because it wasn't as scary as you thought it was. But you did do it. So stop looking for more scary shit and instead focus on your vision and trust that it is all going to work out amazingly. Okay? So that's your pug card. And that was rather nice. That was like a rather nice message for this morning. Nice change of energy. When you think about what we've been dealing with for the rest of the card pulls this week, right? All right, I'll take it. Too bad, like hardly any of you chose pug though. Let's see what Wolfhound looks like, I'm just saying. Okay. Let's see. Everyone's like, can I change my card? If you're just joining us, we are in the middle of sensory card pulls. You're choosing between Pug, Irish Wolfhound, and Dachshund. And we are about to shuffle these cards and do the Wolfhound message. Okay. Just remember, I chose the Wolfhound too. So let's see what that's about. Okay. You heard Pug. Okay. All right, guys. Here's your Wolfhound. Are you ready? Don't be scared. It's just cards. All right. You ready? Are you ready, Wolfhound people? You're going to like this one. I think, anyway. Just like looking at it. Look who's here. It's the dog. I mean, how adorable is that? That the dog came through when we're doing dog pulls. I love that. So we've got the dog. We've got the horse. And we've got the bird. Okay? So here's your story. Let me just get a little closer here. All right. So here's your story. And in case you're looking at numbers, the dog is number 19. The horse is number 26. And the bird is number 7. Okay? So we'll start with this one. If you picked, we did get dog earlier this week. Yes. I think dog was on Wednesday. If you picked Wolfhound, this is your message. And if you picked Wolfhound, the bard is talking about your story. Okay? How you embody your story and how you tell your story. And this doesn't necessarily mean like you need to go write a book. Although for some of you, that's exactly what it means and you know who you are. But it doesn't mean everybody needs to write a book. But what it does mean is that it's time for you to start understanding your story. And in order to do that, you really need a bit of a less close vantage point of your own self, right? So taking some time to really look at everything you've done in the past few years, everything you've felt and accomplished, and the things that hurt you, the things that gave you joy, the challenges, the ups, the downs, all of it. Just kind of taking stock of everything that's happened over the past few years, because it's been a lot. And when you're living it, you forget that you are actually living the poetry of it, right? And so this card for Wolfhound people is asking you to slow down enough to really understand that every moment you are weaving your story. And as you live the moment, it becomes like, another knot in your tapestry. And it like trails off behind you. And that is what others can see when they start coming near you. And I don't know, I'm seeing like this. Okay, what I'm seeing is like, imagine you have this amazing robe that has an amazing long trail, okay? And on your robe are like all of the stories of your life and all of the textures and the scents and the places and the people and the feelings. All of those things are just like woven into that robe. And as you walk through your life, those who are lucky enough to be around you, you get to learn from all of the things that you carry with you, that are yours, that are unique to you. And it's not like you're pushing that on anybody, but it's available. Okay. So this is a time for you to start to honor your own experiences and to value them and to value yourself. And again, this ties in big time to that Chiron retrograde that we're in, because this is the mommy wound, because you're not going to wear that coat with pride. if you believe that your experiences are less than, or they should have been different, or they're not important enough to merit anybody's attention. You're very important. All of your experiences are super important. And if you can wear them with pride, with sovereignty, those who want to learn from you, those who want to be around that energy will be there, and they'll be able to absorb that goodness just from being near you. Okay? So there's that. Now we also have the dog and the horse. Let's not forget about this, because there's actually something you need to know here. The horse especially. So it's okay to ask for help and receive it. And I'm guessing that pretty much everyone who picked Wolfhound um, does not ask for help ever, because they are very capable and can do everything themselves. Am I right or am I wrong? Are you guys very capable and you can do everything yourself? Better than other people anyway, right? Am I right? Tell me. I'll wait. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. All right. Me too. Me too. Okay. It's a more gentle calling out, Susan, this morning. It feels softer, right? It feels softer. All right. So now that we've called you all out and you're seeing yourself as being the very good at doing all the things and don't need to ask for help, I will tell you right now that there isn't an award that you win for exhausting yourself and for doing everything yourself. I know it feels like there must be some award, but there isn't. There's burnout, there's isolation and disconnection, there's, being super jaded. There's all of that, but there's no like award necessarily that is something that you're working towards for not letting anybody help you ever, okay? Not letting anybody help you ever is a trauma response, right? Because you've never had anybody who could actually hold that space for you and help you. Chances are in your life, you've been around a lot of people who are unable to handle their own emotions, let alone the details of their dimensional life. And you have been able to help them, but you would never ask them to help you, because how could they possibly? This is a time of shifting that. This is not to tell you that you've made mistakes or that you should have let people help you before. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is it's a new time now where you are allowed, should you choose, to attract people who are capable of holding their own space for their own emotions and doing their own life in a way that is actually, when you look at it, you're like, wow, you're actually doing that. You're doing a good job. Like, I might actually trust you with something. You can attract those people in now. You're allowed to do that. So do so, right? Because where you're going now, we don't do isolation anymore. Okay? We are absolutely pack animals. We're supposed to be connected to each other. And we do better when we are connected to each other if we can get through that distrust and that feeling that we need to do everything ourselves and that somehow that's better. That's, we do say that. It's like, I got to carry my own bag. I've got to do this. Like, if I don't do this without any help, it doesn't count. And that's not true. So we're moving into a place of reconnection in society, which means reconnection in relationships, which means if you are tired, ask for help. It means if you're doing something and you know somebody who knows how to do that thing really well, ask for their expertise and then be open to give your expertise in return. It's kind of that sort of thing. However, there's some of you are in a very specific, like it feels like I don't know if it's a relationship or business relationship or something, but if you're involved in like a business with another person, It's going to be really important for you to remember that if you can't trust your partner, like you can't delegate authority to your partner, maybe that shouldn't be your partner. Okay. Because what's going to happen if you're in business with somebody who is this? This is coming in super strong. One of you or two of you are like either opening a new business and you have one partner. Listen, yeah, like something like that, where it's like if you don't feel like you can trust this person with all the things and you can delegate responsibility to them without having to double check it, that's going to be a red flag for you in this business, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to do everything. Your partner's going to get really kind of pissy with you because they're feeling like you don't trust them because you don't. And it's going to create a really rocky foundation for that business. So if that's you, just like maybe take a look at that. All right, last card for the Wolfhound. Wow, I'm just like in this today. It's the dog. And we have the dog, I don't know, yesterday, 2 days ago, whenever the dog came through, and this is all about loving yourself just like your dog loves you. And that's all I have to say about that. Think about how your dog loves you and love yourself that way. Okay? All right, so that's Wolfhound. Last but not least, we have Dachshund. Did you guys forget about Dachshund? I didn't forget. The little weenie dogs. All right. Okay, so Anna's starting a new business on Sunday. Okay. Yeah, that trickster card has been really doing its thing, huh? All right, so if you chose Dachshund, this is going to be your message. Let's see what it is. And again, if you're coming in late and you didn't get to choose a dog, that's okay. That's okay. Just listen and see what resonates for you. There's always something. All right, there's one. Oh, there's two. And there's three. Oh, goodness. All right, Dachshund people, you ready? How many of you guys chose like Dachshund and Wolfhound? Did a lot of people choose Dachshund and Wolfhound? I feel like I didn't see too much of that combination. Because this will be interesting together, I think. Ooh. Okay. All right. So if you chose Dachshund, this is your message. You have the disruption card. You have the perception card. And you have the deer, which isn't super shocking, right? Okay, so the choices were Pug, Irish Wolfhound, and Dachshund. The disruption card is coming through because, well, you know, shit happens, right? So how do we look at this? How do we look at disruption? What does that mean to you? When something happens that pushes you off of your current path or makes you have a pause or a stall or any of those things, just remember, like in the past, we've been frustrated by that, right? Like, oh my God, like this was going so well and like now it's not. Like, what's happening? When that happens to you, take a moment and just say, thank you. Thank you. Just say thank you. Even if it sounds like the weirdest thing to say, show gratitude for your disruptions, because your disruptions are coming through to shift you onto the path that you've chosen. When a disruption comes through, there's something happening. You know, at this point, even like when when there's traffic or I'm late to something or I miss something, I always like in the back of my head now, I'm like, well, there's a reason that I wasn't supposed to get there at exactly that time, and I'm going to trust that. And usually it pans out, right? So trust your disruptions and have gratitude for them. So whatever is going on with you this weekend, whatever disrupts you, just take a minute and say thank you, because it's for a reason. All right. No, it's frustrating, but it's for a reason. You got the perception card too. And this is really important because as you start to understand how powerful you are, you also start to realize that the way you see things is the way you experience them. Another person's perception of similar events doesn't really fucking matter to you, does it? Like, two people can experience the same thing and come away with totally different takeaways. So it doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks about anything if you don't care what you think about it first. We can totally understand other people's opinions and where they're coming from and all of that. But for you in your own life, your perception is going to dictate your actual reality and how things feel to you. And you have a very unique way of receiving energy that nobody else has at all. And that's a superpower. Nobody has to agree with the way that you see things. It's not your job to convince anybody to see things your way. It's your job to feel so good and so confident in the way that you see things that you walk out into the world every day and you do your thing right from your heart. Okay? That's what needs to happen. And with that and the disruption card together, how do those play together? Excellently. Because again, use choosing to see a disruption not as an annoyance and as somebody doing something to you, but rather as the universe doing something for you to move you closer to your own goals and desires. That's perception. And that is something that you can do. Okay? So you have that. Now, adding to that the dear message. And this feels like, quite honestly, is for everybody. This one feels like it's for everybody, especially this dear message. When tensions are high, it's ever more important to be gentle and diplomatic. And remember that it doesn't matter what other people think about how you see things, which also means if you are with somebody and they're like going on and on and on about something, and you're just like, wow, I don't see it that way at all, you don't have to even really tell them that. Are they asking your opinion or are they venting? Because you don't need to insert your opinions unless somebody has invited you to do so. That's something we haven't learned super great, right? Like whenever we're having a conversation, it's kind of a knee-jerk reaction to listen with the goal of relating through, hey, here's a story that is going to show you that I understand what you're saying because it happened to me too, right? We do that. That's a thing we do, and we're trying not to, right? Be super careful with that this weekend. Listen to listen. Don't listen to respond. Listen to understand where that person is coming from and understand that unless they've specifically asked for your advice or asked you or invited you to give an opinion, just assume you're holding space for them to say shit. Okay? Because this weekend especially, that is going to be a wild waste of your energy. It's always a waste, but like right now, you need to kind of keep your energy where you can see it. You know what I'm saying? Like keep it here. And this is going to help you to get less frustrated. And it's also going to help you to not engage with energy you don't want more of. Because this is what happens, I guess. If you're having a conversation with somebody and like you're just like, what the fuck? And you're trying to engage with them about it and give them advice with their problems and all those things, and they haven't asked for that, you are adding energy into a situation that you are going to attract more of. So that means you're going to have more people around you who are going to throw their shit on you and not take your advice. And it's not a good use of your energy. So save your energy, disrupt those patterns, choose to see things in a way that makes sense for you, and don't waste your time trying to change other people's viewpoints or perceptions. Conversations don't change behaviors in other people or perceptions in other people. It can seem like they do sometimes, but that's only because that person at that particular point in time was ready. Nobody does anything unless they are ready. If they appear to be doing something, it's because they're lying to you, or they are lying to themselves, or they're doing something under duress and they don't really want to be doing it. So stop trying to change everybody. Keep your energy here this weekend, big time. And just remember, your perceptions are going to create your experience. And those who are invited into that experience get to have that too. So that's awesome, right? Okay, those are your cards for the weekend. This is going to be a wild full moon. Reminder, our full moon call, 6 p.m. this Sunday. Get in touch with your new moon seedings, with your new moon words. If you want to join us for the full moon call, all you have to go all you have to do is go to innersanctum.me and register as a BFF. If you are already in the app and you're like a friend or you haven't officially registered, still log in on innersanctum.me, and that's where you'll see all the options to upgrade, okay? And there is a 5-day trial on that. So if you do that today, you'll be able to have access to all the things, including all of the meditations and affirmations that are in there, okay? Innersanctum.me. I love you guys. Have an amazing weekend. I'll be back Monday morning with more words. Reach out if you need me and drink lots of water. Mwah. Love you guys. All right. Goodbye, YouTube. Have an awesome day. Mwah.